I mentioned God, the state of God, or whatever God is, the state of God, or the realization or the existence of God as being natural change. And natural change is that what changes with no changer. So when you become the changer of change, you move out of the experience of what God is. How to explain? Natural change is when the mind is not thinking. There's not an idea. There's not something taking up its own attention. Because you don't take the attention of mind. Mind takes attention of itself. So that what sees the mind thinking, or sees the thoughts, is still mind. But there's something behind that, if you take a step back, that sees the one thinking or trying to perceive the thought. Very difficult to explain, but very easy to experience. A thought comes, you see it. What sees the thought? What sees the thought? The mind is the creator of the changes that we experience every day. Someone designed a mobile phone. They changed the concept of communication. That was a choice by mind. A thought comes, how can we communicate more effectively in our human world? Let's make a mobile phone. So that one designs the mobile phone. That changed from whatever it was before, landline or from vocal communication, has to have an effect on all other minds. All other minds. Now some minds say, wow, this is great. I love this. Much more simpler, much more easy. And some, maybe older minds, they can't even work this device. This goddamn device. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. That's what I was like when I got that mobile phone. And I wasn't very old. But that change has an effect on both types of experience. Oh, this is great. Wow. Massive. Incredible. Whew. I can do so many more things with my life now. The other, I tried to call you, but you didn't. I couldn't work the device. Well, you have to learn. I can't, you know. It's the impact of change that one cannot associate with. It's my mind is not conditioned or not trained or not able to identify how this damn thing works. And so there's no choice, because let's make other forms of communication defunct, old, stale, no more. Alexander Graham Bell theory, gone. Landline, no more. So you're forcing, by designing this mobile phone, you're helping 50% of the population, and you're forcing the other 50% into a suffering position. But you don't care because you designed. I'm my mind is so intelligent. I can't worship myself enough. Now let's go back to the natural change. God, let's say God is natural change. In natural change, it doesn't have to worship itself. It's very egoistic to worship itself. So it makes no changes voluntarily. Natural change makes no changes voluntarily. It's happening as it is. It's happening as it flows. We, the mind, are driven by improving and trying to the state that we don't really associate with who is going to be affected by it, whether it's a good way or a bad way. We just motor on. This natural change is your true natural being state. This is what you're looking for from awakening or enlightenment. You're not looking for that Satchit Ananda bliss, incredible, always happy state, always bouncing around the world state, dancing everywhere state, feeling full of life state. That's another mind. That's the state you get when the people who accept your design of the mobile phone says, yeah, it's a go. Wow. Ego. No one can describe that true being state. It's that state when the third step comes back. So the thought comes, someone recognizes the thought, or something recognizes the thought, and then there's a point where you say, who is recognizing the thought? And you step back, and nothing happens. Only silence. That's that natural change, that one moment. It's a nanosecond that has no beginning and no end. That's your life, your whole life. No beginning, no end. We can call it life, but that's your consciousness. That's what you truly are. Your body is naturally changing. We can add effects, apps, tattoos, piercings, silicone, makeup, styles of clothes, styles of hair. That's a forcing change, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with decorating your body or doing something with your body. It's your body, But the natural change is just when you look at a photograph 5 months ago and you say, wow, I look so different then. And then you see yourself in the mirror now and you say, yeah, definitely. And then another 5 months you see yourself different again. The body is just changing. We have this need to say it's dying. Is it improving or is it dying? Some days we say, wow, I look so much better now than I did 20 years ago, but I'm dying. That's your mind playing games. There is forcible change that the ego is so unaware of. You see, natural change is awareness. Something inside is aware that everything is changing, but at a very, 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 very slow speed. In fact, it feels like it's still. And that's God when you cannot identify between stillness and movement. Somewhere in between lies that what we call God. Lies that what we call you. Are you the same as God? No. But you are. You see? To say no, you're erring for the side of, I don't know. To say yes, you say, I know. But to say neither is that moment. That moment and you are not separate from God. That consciousness moment, that nanosecond of infinite, what we call time, infinite stillness, movement, stillness. That ongoing hum is natural change, natural God, and natural you. With a mind that can design mobile phones, be careful what you design. Be careful with what you feel about your design. Be careful about what other people say about your design. It's never a success for all. It's never a failure for all. It just is. Nothing wrong with creating the mobile phone. But be mindful of what you're changing in an unchanging God.